What's up and welcome back everybody, it's your boy Blue Inferno, and in today's video, I wanted to try out Breakthrough and Perfect Block, to not only see if they work, but also to see if they help at all, as it seems to be a common opinion that Breakthrough is worthless, and Perfect Block on the Longsword is just a mistake. I left chapters at the bottom of the video if you want to skip to something specific. I'm going to start with a brief description and demonstration of what advantage the skills offer, then I'm going to run a bunch of games and describe how they helped and if they helped at all. And at the end, I'll give my final opinion and the nitty-gritty details of why I have that opinion. With no further ado, let's begin. First things first, let's describe Breakthrough and what it does. It not only removes any negative movement speed effects from you, it also stops new ones from affecting you for 10 seconds. Everyone can easily determine that this is going to stop a fireball from knocking you around, an ice bolt from stopping you in place, hunter's traps from trapping you at all, Achilles strike from even slowing you down, but I think what a lot of people overlook is how it affects when you get hit by a melee or ranged attack. So I asked Maxine to jump into some games so I could demonstrate how Breakthrough works when getting hit by a melee weapon. We're all set up for the test, so pay attention to my move speed. Notice on the first hit, when I don't have Breakthrough active, I lose a large amount of move speed when the double axe hits me, and on the second hit, when I have Breakthrough activated, I maintain my full move speed. This effect is mostly what I use this skill for. The second thing I want to point out is how Perfect Block causes the Longsword to interrupt and force her axe to return all the way to the starting position before she can act again, giving me more than enough time to land my first hit of the repost and already be ready to strike on my second before she can start her retaliation. You can see here that the first hit of my repost has hit right as her hands have returned to the ready position. This effectively keeps you safer for longer, slows your opponent's move speed for the first attack on the repost, and stops them from moving to the next attack in their combo, so they're not going to get the extra damage from getting onto their second swing. But getting all this does come at a cost to you. You need to not only have the ability active, you need to then land the block, and then very quickly after the block, you need to do your repost right click. This did take some getting used to, but you're going to see how it went for me in the videos. Okay, that was a perfect example of both of these skills working together. If I didn't have those two skills active, he would have just moved to his second swing on the Halberd combo and destroyed me if I didn't have Perfect Block. And the slow on hit from his Halberd would have stopped me from moving out of his range. I do have to give this guy props though, that was an epic duck on the first riposte swing. The close call here is take note of the fraction of a second difference between when I had perfect block on and when I had it off. If I had gotten the repost on that ranger while my perfect block was up, I'm pretty sure I would have caught him on the first swing and been able to follow up on the warlock for the second.
Unnecessary.
This is just another great example of perfect block locking up the opponent's hands for long enough that I can move in, strike, and get out safely. And this is the perfect example of what I wanted this archetype to be able to perform. If not for the fact that I had perfect block on to be able to catch that axe and stop him from being able to move into the third attack in the combo, as well as that to slow him down so he had no chance to get away from either of the reposts, this is exactly how I thought this archetype would function when I listed it in the video. Now that you've seen it for yourself, what you can do with breakthrough and perfect block with the longsword build. Was it good? Or was it bad? That's up for you to decide. But I had a blast playing it, and I found the skills useful far more often than I even thought I would. On that note, let's get into the skills a little. A quick disclaimer though, I listed this archetype as a difficulty 8 out of 10. So that means this is certainly not a beginner-friendly archetype. Anything above a difficulty 3 should be taken with caution if you're still learning the game. So let's compare these skills to the two most popular skills that are in the game right now. Let's compare Perfect Block and Second Wind because they're the outliers, while Breakthrough and Sprint are both mobility-enhancing skills, so I think they should be pit against each other. So Perfect Block and Second Wind are two completely different animals. There really is no way to compare them, but as a player, I like to consider what they're used for to inform how I'm going to feel using them during the game. Second Wind is used to heal hit points, meaning it's there to help you to recover from a mistake or survive when you should have died, while Perfect Block is a skill that you use to manipulate your enemy to enhance your combat. One ability recovers, the other enhances. So in the raid, do you want to have something help you not lose, or something that's going to help you to win? In other words, do you want a defensive skill or an offensive skill? I always say the best defense is a good offense personally, but that choice is definitely going to come down to the individual, so I'll leave that to you. Now let's directly compare Sprint and Breakthrough. Both are mobility enhancing abilities, but Sprint has a longer cooldown, lasts less than 1/3 of the time, can be almost completely nullified by any of the snares, roots, or slows your enemies have. On top of that, if you were to try to use Sprint at its maximum speed bonus of 45 to escape getting hit by double axe, you need to notice that the double axe will slow you by 30% for 1 full second. If you're at the max speed of 330, then got hit by the double axe, you'd be down to 231 move speed. And the slow on the double axe is 1 full second. So if the barbarian has rage on, they're likely also max speed as well, and have the same penalty for swinging the axe as you get for getting hit by the axe. The second swing is going to take approximately 1.6 seconds. That's saying if the barbarian has no dexterity, leaving you with 0.6 seconds, moving at a speed of 315 because your second wind has degraded, to escape the second swing. And that's saying you activated sprint at the exact second you needed to. Well, if you had breakthrough, you'd stay at 285 move speed, because you don't have the plus 45 from sprint, while the barbarian would dip down to 231 for swinging his axe, and you would just walk out of the way, taking full advantage of the 1.6 second wind-up and swing time of the double axe second attack. Now you could use that time to either get away from your enemy, or to space out to counterattack them immediately. So in essence, I see breakthrough as a combat enhancing skill, and sprint as a closing tool. Sprint will get you to the fight, but it's not going to help you when you get there. And breakthrough can sometimes help you get to the fight, but it will certainly help you when you get there. Unfortunately though, I must concede that you're going to have to build high speed naturally into your build if you want to run breakthrough and no sprint. You can never avoid the rule that if you're slow, then you're already dead. So that means no heavy armor with breakthrough, unless you take sprint and breakthrough. Either way, for everything that I've shown today, you're the deciding factor in what works for you. I just enjoy going against the grain a little and finding new ways to play the game. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, please consider giving me a like and a subscribe. It really helps out a small channel like mine. Thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.